Okay, so who's ready for a real fun one? Yeah. All right, how about this? What number are we on? 7? How about this one? The log base 4 of x to the 4th y to the 7th over a to the 5th z. Now, I intentionally, so far we've only been dealing with 1 on the bottom because I want you to understand a concept of what if you have more than one thing in the denominator, what happens, okay? And there's a trick I'm going to show you. So, we'll start off easy. We know that it's going to be, let me see, I hope I have enough room here. We know it's going to be log base 4 of x to the 4th plus log base 4 of y to the 7th. Does everybody agree with that? Because that's multiplication in the numerator. Now, in the denominator, you say, okay, well, this is in the denominator, so minus log base 4 of a to the 5th. Now, here's where some students get confused. They say, well, it's minus that because it's in the denominator, but then this is multiplication, right? So then some students are like, oh, well, then that should be a plus. And some students are like, no, 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 that should be a minus because it's still division. Let's get a show of hands. Who thinks this next sign here is going to be a plus? And who thinks it's going to be a minus? Okay. It's going to be a minus. It's going to be a minus. But that's okay. The most common thing is students think it's a plus. Now let me show you why. If you put, yes?
When you just do like log base 4 x to the 4th and log base 4 y to the 7th in parentheses and then minus those 2 in parentheses.
Okay.
Plus.
Yes, and that's very good, Noah. That's exactly what I was going to show you. So watch this. If you say, wait a second, this is on the numerator, let me put it in parentheses. Okay, this is on the denominator, or in the denominator, I'm sorry, not on the denominator. In the denominator, so 4, what was it, z? Now, if I put parentheses around that, then it's acceptable to do the plus. So I will admit that maybe that's when you, those of you that were saying plus, you were saying, well, there needs to be parentheses there, that's why. Well, let's think about this. If I were to distribute this negative, do you agree then that both would be negative? Okay, so that's kind of where that comes from. So this is what I tell you as a trick. If it's in the denominator, the sign in front of the log is always minus. If it's in the numerator, the sign in front of the log is always plus. Does everybody understand? So I don't care. If you write it this way, you will absolutely get full credit because that's mathematically correct. Does everybody understand? But if you're writing it with no parentheses, minus is always go in front of the denominator, plus is always go in front of the numerator. So this in the end is going to end up being, I'm going to write it without parentheses, 4 log base 4 of x plus 7 log base 4 of y minus 5 log base 4 of a minus, oh, there was, z was just itself, so minus log base 4 of z. Okay, so minus, minus because those are in the denominator, plus, plus because those are in the numerator. Any questions?
That's the end.
That's the end. Yep, we expanded it. Okay, let's try one more. We're kind of running out of time here. I've got less than 1 minute. So let's try this. Log base 2 of the square root of x times y squared over z to the 3rd. Okay, so let's give that one a shot. Okay, so who's ready to talk about this one? Grace, tell me what you got.
1/2 log base 2 of x plus 2 log base.
Oh wait, hang on. 1/2 log base 2 of x, yep.
Plus 2 log base 2 of y minus 3 log base 2 of z.
Who agrees? Good. Who got it right? Good. Okay, so we can probably move on from this because you feel pretty confident about it. At the end of class, I can give you some real nasty ones where we can use lots of different variables and lots of good stuff and see if you really get it. Okay? Good. All right, so we'll stop there. I left some room in case somebody wanted an explanation in between. Does everybody feel good, though? They were able to go from here to here? Perfect. All right. Who's happy about math now? Who's ready to take a test on this?
Maybe.
Yes? Yes. Okay.